Hello everybody, in this video we are going to see string functions, various string functions which are being used in SQL queries to get different types of results that we want. And whenever we are working in real-time projects, we need such types of functions. So we will try to see all these string functions. So very first we are going to see is the length function. So how we can calculate the length of particular field or data. Let's try to see this length is one thing which is we can type like this, and then we can give some text. Let's say something which is called as range, and if you can just select and just try to run this now, you can see for this particular text what is the length. So it is a 5 character. So this is something which is we can calculate. Now in the real time, or we do have this employee demographics table. In this as well, if I wanted to find out the length of the first name, so this is something which is first name, and if I try to run this, and suppose we wanted to find out the length of this first name, you can just give like this, and it will. You can see for each of these words there is a length coming as a numeric here. Function. Now the next function I wanted to show you is the upper function. So whenever we have some text which is in lowercase, or we wanted to do that in the uppercase. Let's say I do have this word which is in lowercase, and what I can do, I can just type upper as a function, and in that, if you do this, then it will come as in uppercase. Similarly, same case we can do with lower. So suppose, let's say I do have this like this. Sometimes the data comes in a different cases, so we need to make it in a standard format, so that in that case we can make these functions like in lowercase or uppercase. So this is how we can do this for this query as well. We can make this is as upper. We can make, and if I try to run this, you can see each of this field is converted into the uppercase. So this is how this uppercase we can use. The next function which we wanted to use is trim function. So sometimes the data comes in a format like there will be a leading space or trailing space in the data. Uh, that time we can use trim function, which is like this, and let's say there is some space before this. So, and this is a text, and if I try to run this now, what it will do, it will remove this space. And if we don't, you can say just I will try to remove this, and if I run this, then you can see there is a leading space here. So for this, we can use trim here to remove the space. If there is a leading or trailing space as well, it will remove with this trim functions. You can see it here. So this is how we can use trim function. Now, suppose sometimes we just wanted to remove the left side space. So that time you can use L3, and you can see this space has been removed. Or if I use R3, then we can use like this. So now this is something which is shown as like without space. Let me show you how why it is going like this. Test. So you can see this is R trim. That means right side space has been removed. And if I remove, if I put L trim here, then it will remove only left side space, but will keep right side space. Now the next thing which we wanted to see is the substring function, which is very useful function, which will extract some part of the text characters or some part of the words from any of the data which is available, character data, and how to use it. So we can just type as a substring here, and in this, and let's say I have range as a word, and I wanted to start with first and I wanted to get the three characters out of it. So how we can get, so let's try to run this. You can say it is started with the first character and just extracted 1, 2, 3 up to 3. That is something which is done here. Now, if you try to check in employee demographics, then how it will be. Let's try to see it. So we do have first name, and let's say we do have these values, and let's say we would just wanted to retrieve the data from third, like third character. So what we can do, we can use substring function, and which is then first name is the column which we wanted to extract, and from third we wanted to start. So third character, which is nothing but, let's say this is the Revati is the name. So third is 1, 2, 3. So V is the third character. So from that it is starting and taking everything. So um, if you just don't want to get all the characters after third character, then what we can do, we can do the start position as third, and let's say I just wanted to get the two characters after it, then we can use it. Then this semicolon here, then we can get this result as like this. You can say uh, just two characters. Now the best use of this substring is in the real time is to extract some of the things which is from let's say birth date. So we do have birth date as column, and let's try to run this. So let's say we wanted to extract the month number. So how we can do this? So we'll give this substring, and then birth date is our column, and in this I wanted to get this character which is month. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We just need to check 1, 2, 3, 4 is the year, 4. Then dash is the fifth character, sixth character, and sixth character I wanted to start because that is what something which is month, and then from that just two characters. So if we give like this, then means we can say as a month name. So this way, so it will start at the 6, and I just wanted to extract the two characters, so ending position is 2. So this is something which is we can get as a month name from each of the date. So this is very interesting functions, and it is widely used in the real-time projects. So we can use this substring function. The next function I wanted to teach you is the locate function. So how this locate function, what this locate function will do. So I do have this, let's say, let's say my name, but in this I wanted to, let's say I want to find U character somewhere in this particular uh, field. How we can get, let's make a semicolon here, and then just here as well, just to run it, and you can say U is available in the third. So this is something which is very useful to locate some characters. So let's say I do have some other locate. So, let's say I wanted to extract the country. So I wanted to extract the character which is India, and there is a long text here. Uh, my country, India, and I wanted to extract this. I'm just trying to run this now. You can say at which position this India is at. So this is something which is from here. This India is at the 15th position. It is something which is we can use it. So this is the how we can use locate function. There is another function which is nothing but a concat function, which is very helpful. So we do have first name, comma, last name from employee demographics. So sometimes there is a requirement to show this full name by combining first name and last name. So how we can do this? So for that we do have a concat function, and we can just say first name as a first column. Then let's say I wanted to give some space between first and last name, and then we do have last name as a third parameter here. And if I try to run this now, so I'll just try to run this now. You can say this is something which is coming as this combining first name and last name. So as full name, you can say as an alias, and this is something which is we can get with this concat function. So these are some of the functions which I wanted to tell you. These are very useful. We can do the same thing with the number functions or number data as well.